Josh.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Those who real well and who we learned this truth from. All right, we the brothers out here at the GMS Kansas City camp. All right, coming out again. You know, we out on a Thursday because the weather, you know, is not looking too hot. All right, coming into this weekend. You know, so we out here nonetheless again. All right, to prophesy the downfall, all right, of America, which is known as Babylon or great in the scriptures. All right, as well as to bid the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, to the marriage ceremony of Yahweh Shah, man.
Yep.
Okay, and we're in them times to where, all right, scriptures speak about ye hypocrites, you can discern the weather, all right, but you can't discern the times, man. You know, we have all these things playing out, all of these eschatological events, you know, end times things playing out that show us that we're at the end of this man's kingdom, man. You know, because the scriptures tell us to measure the times, man. You know, which goes into being able to see what's happening in the world around you and, you know, pairing that with biblical prophecy. And we have the war, the tensions over there in the so-called Middle East at an all-time fucking high. Okay, we had the economy over there in America. You know, because you ain't really had a president that came out, you know, putting terrorists and starting trade wars with everybody, man. Yeah. Even their closest allies. You know, they ain't did that shit, man.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Man, when you start seeing part of the signs, then you know that the Heavenly Father is visiting the world. Because when you go into Psalm chapter 9 and 16, it tells you that the Lord is known by the judgment in which he executed in the earth. Hey, and one of the main things that's been happening is that these idols, man, these stars, these celebrities, the Most High's been casting them niggas down left and right. Yeah.
That's just hey, what's that nigga name? This other nigga that got indicted on federal charges. He's a rapper. Not Lil Uzi, it's the other nigga, man. No, not that nigga. They made his trial publicly. Was it Lil Uzi or it was one of them niggas? Young Thug, I think Young Thug. Well, they all the same.
I think it was that nigga.
Young Thug, Lil Uzi, and some other nigga. And what's the other? Nas. All them niggas the same niggas, the same demon. But it's funny how they made that public, but they didn't make this Diddy trial shit. Which the Diddy trial just a fucking, that's a distraction, man. That's all it is, because you notice how they trying to make Cassie seem like she's the victim, but she keep putting a big toe in her mouth. And then you got the black woman talking about, what's Cassie's husband name? Alex what?
I don't know his name. He's fucking simp.
Yeah, and they talking about, oh man, he's got God running through his veins.
You sitting in there listening to your horrible wife talking about how she got pissed in her mouth, man.
Yeah.
You talking about that's a good man.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a good man.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord gonna have to burn these bitches up, man.
Yeah, because there's a lack of accountability.
Yeah.
See, Keisha's definition of a good man is when you let her do what the hell she wants to do with no repercussions.
Right.
When you let her wear booty shorts, you let her go to the club, you let her jump around on different rides, then you're a good man.
Right.
But the minute you put discipline down and put your feet down, oh, you was the worst thing, man, since Wonder Bread, bro.
Right. And as soon as she crashed the car, she's gonna be like, well, you let me drive.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They have no intention on taking accountability.
Yeah, they want the benefits of a man. They want the they said they have accountability as a kid. They want the benefits of a woman and they want the power of a man.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's what they want.
Yeah, y'all, they have no accountability.
None at all, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That is like, I was just gonna say, because that's a main indicator, man, that we at the end of this age is that the woman, especially the black woman, is falling right along with Esau, man. You know, the black woman is falling right along with Esau.
They got some doctors on.
We can't forget that, what they say, 106,000 jobs was lost by Keisha, man.
Right.
You know, which is what the Most High is. Hey, he's bringing all that proud fucking look on you, Keisha's face low, man.
Right, because there's over half of these women are walking around with herpes, man.
Yeah.
Do they take responsibility for that?
No, they proud.
They gonna say, well, the men did it.
Yeah.
Bitch, you open your fucking legs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You either gotta say yes or you gotta become a felon. So how the fuck did this much herpes spread around?
Yeah.
But they're not gonna take responsibility for that shit, man.
Nah, cause they say the man spread it, but wait a minute, you spread it too, bitch.
Most niggas walking around, they can't even get a hello, man.
Yeah.
You talk about it's man's fault.
And and women are more prone to diseases because their parts, man.
Right.
They have the inner
They are.
extremities, man. Men carry diseases too, but usually we have an outer, man. So it's we're less prone to certain shit.
Right.
Even though we don't encourage you to do this, but there has been cases where men have slept with women with AIDS and didn't catch it. It was like a 2 to 3% chance that you catch it from heterosexual sex. But going up anally, then that's a different story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Different biochemistry.
Yeah.
Your organ is designed to be with one man. That's why it comes with a goddamn tamper-proof seal on it, man.
Yeah.
Sir.
You know? You ain't supposed to be just fucking every nigga you see because he got tattoos.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Because if you got something in the store that was tampered with, you would put that
Hell
shit back.
yeah,
bro.
I'm getting the one behind me.
Yeah, you brothers ever went to the store and bought an open pack of meat?
Hell no, I ain't do
you
that
don't
shit.
want that shit, man.
This shit here, boy.
And then because they able to walk around like that. Like you got men now that's saying women, they don't want to be around women that dress like that at the gym, man.
Yeah,
You know?
because it's gotten too much, man.
Yeah, like it's like a fucking fashion show, bro. Like it's
Right.
this one spot out of Raytown on 63rd, man. I mean, you go in there, that shit look like the club, man. If you go in there after the hours of 3:30 p.m. up until closing time, it ain't none bitches coming out with tutus on, titties out, ass out. You know what I'm saying? And then you know how like you got the leg machine for the hip abductors and shit.
Oh, yeah.
The
Right
bitches,
in front of you doing
she'll
that
stand
shit.
up and she'll
Yeah.
grab the size of it and she'll stand up and get the spray in her ass cheeks, man.
Some of these 24-hour gyms might have to become the new club because niggas
Yeah.
are not buying drinks no more.
Nah, hell no.
You know? But I had a precept just to back up the point you had. This is Job chapter 24, verse 1. It says, "Why, seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty, do they that know Him not see His days?" So you supposed to see what the hell is going on, man, and be like, "Oh, this shit gotta be over with, man."
Yeah.
Look at what we gotta watch on television. You know, you got niggas defending a bitch like Cassie on television, man.
P-Valley type shit.
P
You got
Valley,
shit like
man.
P-Valley.
You know?
You got Tyler Perry movies. You have all
Right.
these other wickedness out
Yeah,
here.
Love Island.
And the crazy part about it is that you got all this crazy work going on, but you Christians find problems with the Hebrew Israelites, man.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's calling out this nigga Netanyahu talking about Operation Gideon Shield over there bombing them Palestine. If you look at the land of Palestinian, bro, they've literally eliminated 100,000 people. You know?
More than that.
Yeah, I thought you've already reached what it was like. What, I think it was like a certain quota, like what they said, like 20,000 or some shit, something like that. And
It's supposed to be like 20 to 1.
Yeah.
Million. You know, basically.
yeah, but you go over there and you scorch earth, man.
Right.
You scorch earth.
Yes,
What's up, man?
they don't count the bodies under the rubble.
No.
They just left that shit there. But you know, it's probably a million guys under that shit, man.
But you seen Gaza? You seen it?
Bro, that shit look like
Yeah,
like Borderlands 3, man.
Yeah. It's literally like it's literally destroyed, man. Like, and that was crazy part. That was life.
Bro,
Life. That's like
That's a
it's a city.
As a matter of fact, they're planning on making it into a big, what you call the Riviera of the Middle East.
Yeah.
That's a really prominent land right there on the coast right there, man.
Yeah.
That land is actually a very, very, very good land. You know, really it belongs to the tribe of Judah.
Judah, yeah.
You know, but what does it look like now? It looks like a fucking Fallout 4 game, man.
Hey, when you look at it through the spirit, hey, that land's supposed to be cleaned out anyways because we got to move in there. So
right.
the Lord is just starting that deconstruction early, man.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Reconstruction.
I got one. This is Matthew 16 from the top. It says, "The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering."
Right, because when the Pharisees and Sadducees asked that, they weren't doing that sincerely, man. They were just trying to pull Yahweh's leg, man. So read that part again.
Yeah, verse 2, it says, He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Right, so you should be able to tell just by a prophet being out, man. You ain't got to see no You shouldn't have to see us call fire down from heaven for you to believe, man.
Right,
You should
right.
just see the prophet and believe off of the spirit of the Most High.
Yeah.
Right, because we're set up as an ensign to the people, man. Like, hey, Yahweh Shai said it. He said, only sign you be given is the sign of Prophet Jonah, you know?
Yeah.
Man of the Lord. This is the sign. And guess what? We got this sign out here, too.
Yeah.
For all you people that like to refute what we speak about, hey, man, what y'all go do something, man?
Right.
All you niggas, oh, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite no more. You're in the cult. Wait a minute, man. But what about Christianity?
Right.
What about that bullshit? How many people done died in the name of Jesus Christ? White Jesus, sweet Jesus, man.
That's,
Huh?
That's wild, man.
You know, but you find fault with us. Oh, well, we got to figure out what Elder Yahshua said. Oh, they did. I think he said, oh, they eat too much lamb. I don't know. He made some type of statement. But we have an issue because we do things the right way. You got to get that coat, brother. You eat too much lamb. Right. You drink too much wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, here your black ass is in the church eating pork, committing adultery, all types of shit, man. There's no type of rules or regulations in the fucking church.
No, absolutely. You can tell just by how many women you got running around there, man.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's always hot, musty. They're just running around, just sleeping with the pastor.
Yeah.
You know, telling men what to do.
Well, that's why Jake likes it so much, because that religion doesn't hold you accountable, man.
Yeah.
It don't hold you. See, when you a Christian, you can come as you are. You could be RuPaul,
Yeah.
fresh out of a drag shoot, and just confess Jesus Christ with your mouth and with your heart. You will be saved, man.
Right.
You
Yep.
know.
But it's a business.
Yeah. But the scriptures say through the renewing and the transferring of your mind, man.
Right.
I'm gonna finish verse 4.
I almost went back to GMS
You
2016.
can tell she buried it up.
Fucking bitch.
Verse 4, well, that's verse 4. It says, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there should be no sign given unto it but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. But hey, we in a wicked and adulterous generation right now, both physically and spiritually, man. That's why brothers was just going into the whole herpes shit, the HIV shit, man. You know? And Keisha got that shit damn near higher than anybody. You know? Because we in that wicked and adulterous generation where these people, all right, they've been completely consumed and polluted by this vibration, man. Okay? Yeah, that was it on
I
that.
have, oh, you got it, bro. Go ahead.
Just the same back up on that one. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 32. It says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, go, man. So that's a sign right there. So when you see all the things happening in the world, that's at the doors. Jake got infested with demons. Just the fact what's happening in what you call the Middle East, that's enough, man.
Yeah.
They're talking about economic shutdown any day now, man. People are losing jobs left and right. You know, you got this dude Trump that's basically said, "Fuck you, people." The whole South African movement, they're coming here. It's a plethora, and also they are gathering up troops to be able to detain you citizens, man. You know, that's why he wanted to do away with what he called habeas corpus, because he wants you people out of here. He wants to make America white again, man, because they understand that they're dwindling in population. They said by 2050, you won't have no so-called white people in this land. And that's good for you, because we don't want to be around you fucking devils anyway, man. All right, you need to be a risk breaker.
That's why he brought those South Africans over here, because he's trying to prevent white genocide.
Yeah. Which was really just a stunt to try to rouse Jake up, because it was every bit of 20 Edomites. How is it a genocide? You got 20 niggas that got on the flight and hopped over here, man. You just want to rub shit in Jake's face, man.
But wait a minute, wasn't it a genocide when they went over there?
Yeah, it was genocide.
Every place that Esau landed on this planet Earth was through genocide, man.
Yeah.
Israel, fucking South Africa, America, Canada, Europe, all genocidal means, man.
Yes.
They said when this nigga Columbus came to the Americas, they said that his sword cleaved to his arm. He couldn't put it down, man. You know, it was like something possessing him. So how the hell you are mad because people are getting at your ass now? Eventually people gonna rise up against you, man.
That's right.
You got one, go ahead.
Yeah, Revelation 6. You know, we bring this out time and time again, but hey, it's a key identifier on Esau, man. This dude, he can't coexist with peace.
No.
You know, and this really the main reason why the Most High just gotta, he's a fucking plague, man. You gotta exterminate and get rid of that plague. But this is Revelation 6 and 3. It says, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse, that was read, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Great sword, that military, man. This weapon, that's his blessing. It says a great sword because all this shit here was through conquering, man. Okay, the conquistadors, going back into the Spanish Inquisition, all this is done by bloodshed, man. So when you have that's why the scriptures call them the border of wickedness. When you have one of them in your land, guess how they were getting there? They didn't get there by honest gain. They got there by rape, robbing, murder, and dividing and conquering, man.
That's right.
That's how this man gets down.
Yeah.
All right? The man of war.
His biggest, a lot of his weaponry, the biggest weaponry is this nigga wearing a lab coat, man.
See,
Anytime you can put 42 ingredients in a hamburger bun,
Yeah.
that is weaponry right there, man. There's not a thing in creation this nigga can't weaponize, man. That's his blessing.
Bro,
It ain't just the metal steel. This nigga can literally turn water into fucking poison, man.
Bro,
Flowing water.
This nigga weaponized the Happy Meal.
Bro,
The Happy Meal
for
for the
kids.
toys and shit. Yeah.
Right. And that's why he called it Happy
A
Meal.
Happy Meal, man. Remember as a kid, you get that Happy Meal, that shit be smelling good as hell, man. You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
drop dead.
Couldn't wait till you
After
got
a while,
nah.
Jake, he slid that shit out like 3-car Armani.
Yeah.
He swapped that shit out with some took all the beef tallow out, he took all the real ingredients out. Man, fuck too many niggas buying this shit, man.
Because it don't taste the same. McDonald's back in the 90s, they used to use beef tallow. Yeah, Burger King, when all of them did it, now you can taste the vegetable oil, man.
Right.
It's poison.
Ezekiel 35:1 in the NLT. It says again, a message came to me from the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, son of man, turn and face Mount Seir and prophesy against its people. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. I am your enemy, O Mount Seir, and I will raise my fist against you to destroy you completely.
Man, I can't wait till that day, man. You know,
Right.
because I mean, every day you wake up in this place, it's like, damn, another day. Another
Right.
day, another day, another day.
That's right.
Like this man has done a plethora of events to get the Lord to totally take him out, man.
Man, we can't even see like a fraction of what
Yeah.
he's doing. You know,
Yeah.
what kind of wickedness is going on right now?
Yeah, bro, like the nigga's health bars is beyond him. Like, bro, like he's been out his life. You know that Mortal Kombat shit where they say finish him and then you got a code you put on, it's called mercy. Punch his ass one time, he's back to finisher mode. This nigga is through, man.
Yup.
Why is he still in power? Why do we gotta wake up and still deal with this bullshit, man? You know? Get this shit out the way already.
That's
right.
That's why you Christians gonna get cleaned up too. Y'all want to save Esau. The Lord just said, I myself call Esau my enemy, and I'm gonna completely get rid of him.
Yeah.
You know? So who are you to come along and say try to save this guy, man?
Ezekiel 35:3. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. I am your enemy, O Mount Seir, and I will raise my fist against you to destroy you completely. I will demolish your cities and make you desolate. Then you will know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
How that's gonna come about? The Third World War, but before that, you're gonna have civil war, civil unrest. You're gonna have pockets of civil unrest. You're gonna have race wars, class wars, and food wars. And these cities that they spend so much money in debt building up, this shit is gonna be null and void, man. Because they getting ready to build the whole riverfront right here, which is basically debt. I don't know where they getting the money from, but it's debt. But they finna build that shit up in 3 months. That'll probably be a whole goddamn community, man. Just for the Lord to throw that shit down.
Right.
Because the way they building in Kansas City, it's like, damn, it makes it sound like we ain't in no type of trouble here.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, man. People are literally homeless and they're going on TikTok complaining about losing jobs. Man. What about the people here? Is the economy here that good? No.
It's all right. It's just, things are cheaper than what they'll usually be other places, but this place still sucks.
They got a proud spirit on them anyway of just building things like their house is gonna continue forever, like the scripture says. That's the spirit that they're in. They could be $250 billion in debt. They gonna still be like, all right, we're gonna get this money together. We're gonna build this. We're gonna do that. Because he's got the abundance mindset when it comes to just exploiting everybody else, man. You know,
Especially in tribes. He gonna leave just enough Mexicans to fucking build this shit.
Right.
All you other niggas gotta go.
yeah. That's the only reason why we're still here, because he wanted slaves.
Yeah. A little bit more. Ezekiel 35:5. It says, your eternal hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher them when they were helpless, when I had already punished them for all their sins. As surely as I live, saith the sovereign Lord, since you show no distaste for blood, I will give you a bloodbath of your own.
Said a bloodbath for your
no
own, man.
distaste for blood, man.
Hey, the Lord said that the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle, man.
Yeah.
So all you Edomites, and that's the Lord, he has a funny way of recompensing people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They showed you that in that movie Saw, when that nigga Jigsaw, he'll put your ass in that trap based on the shit that you done. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Most High is, man. The Lord is an ultimate chess jigsaw player because you Edomites, you love blood, you love murder, you love rape, you love robbery. So the Most High is going to allow you to get spoiled, allow you to get touched, and then he's going to allow you to get exterminated, man.
Right.
Because the missiles will hit this place, all right?
Absolutely.
They're going to hit this
That's
place.
right.
Everything you looking at is going to be straight scorched earth, 100% desert, man. All right? Not a human being in sight.
Right.
You know, and it deserves it.
Say, Ezekiel 35, I'm just Ezekiel 35, 5 again. Say your hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher them when they were helpless, when I had already punished them for all their sins. As surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, since you show no distaste for blood, I will give you a bloodbath of your own. Your turn will come. I will make Mount Seir utterly desolate, killing off all who try to escape and any who return. Verse 8, it says, I will fill your mountains with the dead, your hills, your valleys, and your ravines will be filled with people slaughtered by the sword.
That's right. So the Lord is having a no prisoners policy. Okay? There ain't gonna be like, no, just take me into the chariot, I'll be a good slave. No. Everybody here on the landmass of America, you're gonna die here, man.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
This place is polluted with filthy blood, man. It's gotta be paid back with blood. Ain't no other way, man.
Yeah, and hey, some light-skinned brothers in the truth, you gotta get over the fact that your mama gonna die, man.
Right,
And your
yeah.
mama gonna be a slave.
Yeah, that's right. You're in the right spirit, you gonna see.
Yeah.
You know?
See?
And that's a righteous thing, man. 'Cause we're sick of looking at these people, man.
Yeah, like
Right.
chick, like the ass crack out. Like, I mean, then she be the main one being feminist, Me Too type of shit. Then you try to go speak to, you know, talk to her. She hit you with a harassment charge. Wait, man, you got your crack your ass out, bitch.
Oh, yeah, it gets worse.
You know, yeah. Nah, you got it.
I was
out.
gonna say it gets worse than that, bro. Them bitches over there in Europe, that feminist Me Too movement, them bitches was walking outside with their fucking titties out, bro. It was like a whole, I don't know what the fuck that shit
They
was.
just passed a
but-
law on that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Women could walk around with no shirt.
You know what, brother?
They've issued themselves,
You know what, brother?
24 months credit.
When fucking since these women are charging for deals, I'm charging bitches for attention. Like, you want my attention? Give me $50, man. You
Right,
want a
right.
compliment? I'll give you 2. I give you 2 compliments for 100. What's up?
Yep. It's already starting to go that way because that's why you hear the word sassy so much. You know, like, nah, bitch, we tired, we sick of dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? I already know some nigga already smashing you up here in the bar somewhere looking at me like I'm supposed to give y'all some extra attention or some shit.
Yeah. Future said charge these hoes a fee.
That's right.
Right. Quick precept, real quick. You got more on that up? This is the book of Ezekiel 38, and I'm slacking. Ezekiel 3, and I'm gonna start at verses 16. And it says, and it came to pass at the end of the 7 days that the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words of my mouth and give them warning. That's the reason why we come out and say what we have to say. Right? Because we're the spiritual snitches of the Lord, man. We're calling out this devil. Hey, he did it. This nigga right here says he wants to point the finger. He got 145,000 fingers pointing back at his ass, right? You know, because he's quick to try to accuse you of something when he's the one that's guilty. Right. How the hell you gonna accuse the people of the Lord for doing abominable shit when you provide them the poison to do it, man?
Right. Set them up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you got pork in the grocery stores that's right on top of the beef. That's not supposed to even be in the same vicinity because pork is unclean. Matter of fact, pork is not even supposed to be sold as food, man.
Right.
They
You know?
make it the cheapest meat.
Yeah.
I give an example. Like I was running my car this Sunday. Let me about get a little breakfast sandwich from the gym or whatever. And everything on the menu was either sausage, ham, pork. I finally found one item on there that was turkey. I'm like, I'm not eating that, man. But every other item on there was pork. And you already know it's like it ain't even fucking worth getting the goddamn turkey croissant sandwich, man. Because everything is fucking pork, man. You shouldn't have to deal with that bullshit, man.
Yeah. They cook it on the same grill, man.
Yeah,
Especially if it's a Jake establishment.
Right.
They'll be flipping the eggs, the bacon, and the beef on one grill.
Right. They run out of turkey, they gonna just come in with it. They ain't gonna say nothing.
Damn.
And it reads, and it says here, and when I said to the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest them not warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man should die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thy hand. So I always like to say, it's better y'all than us. Okay,
Right.
it's easy for us to tell you people that you're gonna come out here and you're gonna be destroyed before it comes back on us, man. Because you people are wicked, ain't got that way, man. You're wicked, you evil, you're adulterous. Okay, you're abomination. You just do all types of shit. You steal. You don't believe in the Most High. You treat balls around you as a service. So I hate all these people really think they're untouchable.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's the least respectable kind of wickedness. They're the type than to sit back and watch like they got some kind of moral high ground.
Yeah.
You know, the Pharisees did that shit when they had the Romans sick on the Yahushua, man. You know, that's not a respectable thing, man. These people walking by, they know what Joe Biden been up to, man. They know what Trump is up to. Right. You know, it's like that shit irritates, man. You know?
Well, that's Sirach 10, you know. But it says here, and if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he should die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul, man.
Right.
All right. So, you know, our purpose is to come out and teach the word so we can deliver ourselves, man.
Right.
We're not concerned if you bonehead niggas get it because we understand who we dealing with.
Right.
Understand you dealing with a bunch of rebellious, stiff-hearted, you can't tell shit to niggas, man.
That's right.
Because a nigga try to come and teach you his shit. Here you come up to the cap to learn the truth, but yeah, you want to spill your fucking bullshit to us, man. We don't want to hear what the hell you got to say, man. Repent or be fucking destroyed. That's right. It's our message, bro.
Right. At least you niggas got a chance to repent.
Yeah.
Esau, you ain't got no repentance, man.
Yeah.
You just fucked, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it says, and again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He should die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done should not be remembered, but his blood I will require at thy hand, you know. Going back into you wicked niggas in Israel, bro. The ones of you that fell off and you chose to fall off and not do the right thing, we gotta tell you what's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, you fall out the truth. You're worse than these people over here. You're worse than the crackhead on the street, man. The nigga on Prospect pissing on himself at the stoplight. You know?
That's right.
Because it's just what it is. You know, we're here to tell you World War III, man, all right? Coming to a city near you.
Right.
Because, hey, don't get it twisted. They got sleeper cells in these cities, man. They're already talking about the FBI and these different police agencies being on high alert and all this other shit, man. You know, and you people just walking around like ain't nothing gonna happen. Oh, well, that can't happen to us. We're in America. You had some towers that were brought down, bro. You got all types of shit happening here.
Oh shit, you just had two small hats that got killed. They were part of the Israeli embassy.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. So hey, that might have been a sleeper cell that did that job, man.
Yeah.
But you know, ultimately, you know that was going to pull a false flag so they can go to Iran, man. So which is going to ignite their World War III.
Yeah, it's so easy to do it now. They put all of the dominoes are in place now, man. You know, so they could easily do a bullshit cyber attack. Get it going. You know, because Netanyahu, this nigga has had a hard on for Iran for like the better part of 20 years, man.
Yeah.
He's literally been talking about going and invading these people for I don't know how
Since
long.
when that nigga Ahmadinejad was in there, they was talking about blowing that shit off
Yeah,
the map, man.
They straight up said it, man. That nigga's a pure demon.
He's a hateful man, and he be the one that. But you speak out against him, it's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, man.
You ever see a guy you just know he been alive before, like you know his spirit, he was somebody somewhere. I don't know who he is. You can just look at him. That nigga's a high level demon, man. He was some kind of wicked nigga back in the ancient world.
Nigga could have been what's that wicked ruler, man? Nigga could have been running wicked ass Caesars, man. He could have been fucking
Could have been. Might have been Haman. Who knows?
Nah, that's vocab.
You know. But that nigga there, he got a demonic countenance on him, man. And he gets up there with a fucking blue tie on and tell you people it's about love and peace. And we're the ones oppressed.
We want to save everybody from this, for that, right?
Right.
The whole world needs to be delivered from you.
Yeah, this nigga dropped 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs, bro. Like thousands of them, bro.
Drop them on fucking hospitals, man.
On a hospital.
Schools. Nigga don't give a fuck.
Look at them kids playing outside.
Right.
Drop that shit.
Bro, they said the power in Gaza when it's been cut, they said a lot of people died in hospitals because the ventilators and the power, they cut the power. They was bombing hospitals, bro. Where elderly people were in that joint.
Right.
They'll drop the fucking bomb on your head, man.
And this man's been deemed as a fucking war criminal, man.
Right.
But yeah, you come over here to America, they tell you gotta support Israel.
Right.
Donald Trump would tell you he'll do anything for Israel. Yet this nigga been charged as a war criminal, man.
Straight demon.
Is that not hypocrisy? Because America's supposed to stand for justice, man. If you was really standing for justice, you would obliterate Israel right now.
Right. Yep. But they're part of the same team, man.
Because because America's the fucking police of the earth. You know, when something's going down, who they want to come? America to come say the day. Then why the fuck are you enabling acts of terror against this people, being a Palestinian?
That's right, man. That's stupid. That's why I say the least of the flock shall draw them out. Because America's the real military power.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna yoke America right into that shit, man. You know?
Somebody give me somebody get that in Jeremiah 49. Somebody get Amos 1. I think it's Amos 1, if I'm not mistaken. When it goes into no, not Amos 1.
Go, it's either in Amos, no, it's either
Just somebody type in 3 transgressions or 4 against Edom. Yeah. That's I always get it mixed up. Either Habakkuk, Amos, or Hosea, one of them.
This is the Jeremiah.
Yeah, 49. Start at verses like 20.
What verse? Like,
Start at 20.
okay, Jeremiah 49 and 20. It says, "Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman."
Yeah, Teman, man. That's your modern day Germanic Edomite, you're German, because Esau, see, he dealt with what he called dukes, man. You notice when you go down the lineage of Esau, he dealt with dukes, which proves that thus those Rothschilds today, you know, those families and shit, all them families, like from the Clintons to the Bushes to the Oppenheimers to the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the Gibbs, all them, the Bilderbergs, all them, that's all them coming back, man. Because that's who the Lord's controversy is. Yeah, the common Edomite, yeah, he's a problem, but you know what I'm saying? He's just a small roach to get to the bigger roach, man. They're just gonna be destroyed off the technicality of who the fuck they are. But the common devil, he ain't really the problem. I mean, he's an issue, of course, but he ain't the one that's like literally oppressing you in as far as, you know, in your household, man.
Yeah.
Because the common Edomite is oppressed. Help these people, they ain't got no fucking savings saved up. These people in credit card debt. They don't know if they're gonna have a home next year.
Right.
Bro, people are living beyond their means.
Addicted to painkillers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You got chicks, bro. You got these women that live in these apartments. These women are paying $1,800 a month for 250 square feet, man.
Bro, wow.
These people are feeling it, man.
Yeah. Average,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Good.
It says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them."
Yeah, it says the least of the flock should draw them out, man. All right, he should make his habitation desolate with them, because the Most High is going to put an end to this place, and he's going to destroy the land of Israel, but it's going to be built back up, man.
That's right.
Because everything you look at, all the tensions in the world, is due to the small hat, man. Okay? From Iran, like the whole conflict with the Iranian conflict, from what happened in Syria, because now allegedly Syria is occupied by Al Qaeda now, which we know that's set up by the United States government.
Right.
But what happened to this
yeah.
nigga Bashar al-Assad? Where is he at? He's still hiding, or is he dead?
Right.
You know? Overthrew the man.
He supposedly ran to Russia.
Yeah. But you ain't heard nothing about that.
Right. Y'all don't look up and say like that's how y'all know these people are asleep, man. They literally just installed the people they said is the #1 demon bad guy out there. They just installed him, man.
Yeah.
And y'all don't do nothing. This nigga went from wearing a turban to a suit and tie, man.
Yeah. And you know what? You fucking veterans should feel stupid as hell, man.
Bro, for real.
All you fucking dumbass Edomites went there by the thousands after 9/11 to fight fucking Al Qaeda, and here it go 2025. They taking a former Al Qaeda leader and putting him in Syria, man, and promoting the nigga, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wow.
If that ain't disrespect and that is not a cause for civil unrest in the
Damn.
West, I don't know what is, man. You veterans have literally been sold a lie. You went over there to Iraq,
Yep.
you went over there to Afghanistan, and
Yep.
you fought based on a lie that wasn't true, man. The whole time the boogeyman was right in your face, right in your backyard, and you flying to a land you know nothing about and got smoked, man. That's wild. And then they had this fake ass thing called SEAL Team Number 6.
Yeah, yeah.
And when they had all these hunting Osama
Bin
bin Laden,
Laden.
even to this day, they say that Bin Laden was trained up by the CIA, but who even say that Bin Laden was a real guy? He could have, that just could be a code name for a CIA agent, man. Because CIA operatives don't go by their real name, they go by code names, man.
Yeah.
And they train the motherfucker up, man.
Right. He's just an image. He's just a bad guy.
Bin Laden, right?
Yeah.
The fuck
Everybody's
outta
scared.
here.
Everybody was scared to get on a fucking plane.
Yeah, here nigga, bro, here motherfuckers was wearing latex gloves to check the mailboxes. They was afraid of the anthrax shit, man. And you know your mama's simple as hell.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
really everything that fucking NBC or Ricky Lake was talking about.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Montel Williams. And then all of a sudden you go to the mail, you got some white residue on the fucking envelope. Now you got anthrax. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Touch that, baby.
Now
The
it's all the way.
Y2K shit,
Yeah,
man.
now all the way to the stage, you got some nigga woman yelling in the TSA, laptop in the bag,
Yeah.
laptop's in the bag.
Yeah, bro.
Yo,
All
shoes
because
off.
of this nigga, man.
Yeah, bro, there was no TSA prior to that.
No.
I mean, they had airport security, but airport, we wasn't on it, bro. You could get on the airport with all
Wasn't
that
that
shit. You go in there with fucking liquor, all types of shit, and it was a quicker process, but they set up the TSA, which was infringing on your constitutional rights, by the way, to really hem you up, to put you in the mindset of being in a police state.
Right.
Because TSA is totally illegal to even operate on the grounds of the United States. Department of Homeland Security, that's not constitutional, man.
They made that in 2003 after the Patriot Act because of that shit, man.
Now you can't go nowhere without a fucking real ID.
Yeah,
You see how this shit escalate?
You don't never take
Come
shit
on,
back.
man.
Gradualism. Now,
Shit escalate.
yeah, now you need that shit to get on a plane. You gotta get the real
Bro,
ID, bro.
See? You in your shit, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to give a testimony, man. I have a cousin of mine, you know, I just spoke with him about a week ago. Man, he went over there to that fucking war. Both his legs got blown the fuck off, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
And half his head got blown off.
Damn.
So you somehow survived it. But that goes to show, you know, hey, this is what happens when you trust in the saddle of Egypt. Now, the brother brought out a good point. Here it is, he went over there and fought that war and did all this, lost both your goddamn legs. I don't know what else you probably lost behind that.
Yeah.
But the rest of your life is destroyed over what? A lie.
Lie. Damn.
Right. And then you get treated like shit when you get back, man. Your ass gotta wait 3 months just to get some fucking hospital treatment. You know? The way they treat the Elder Damaspot did a video on that
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
You can get treated like shit, man, for fighting for this country, man.
Right.
Like, that's a goddamn, that's why the Lord gonna yoke you people up, man.
Well, it tells us in Sirach that the Most High hates a man that's
war
that suffer poverty, man. Because see, one thing about war, you go to war, and there's a saying: to the victor goes the spoils.
That's right.
So when you conquer and you win a war, you bring spoils back. And those are your possessions, man.
That's right.
Whether it be women or concubines, whether it be gold, silver. So let's just say if they raided Iraq, right, and they got all the lithium and all the particular minerals out of the land of Iraq, out of the mountains and shit.
Yeah.
Veterans came back.
Yeah.
They supposed to have their portion.
Millionaires.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but what the United States government coming, they're confiscate all that shit and
yeah.
say thank you for your service. We'll call you.
Right.
Wait a minute, man. I just
Yeah,
put
yeah.
my life on the line.
Here go 2,000 a month.
Got
Got
it.
to
Yeah.
figure it out.
And barely that, because you got a lot of veterans that don't get 100%. But be fucked up out here, bro.
And then on top of the mental problems, you got PTSD. You can't fucking sleep at night.
Yeah.
You always lose your mind during fucking 4th of July and shit.
Yeah.
Your wife hates you because you an alcoholic.
Yep.
Damn.
There's some demons get on you over there, man. You in there doing a raid and shit. They're like, oh yeah, it's terrorists in there. You walk in there, it's a little girl, you know, clinging to her mother.
Yeah.
Right.
He like,
Playing
kill
with
her. You know? Man, that'll fuck you up, man.
Yeah, they showed that.
You ain't supposed to be doing that shit. Women ain't got no part of the battlefield, man.
Yeah, that show you that in that movie Dead Presidents. Also, y'all saw that movie called Jason Lyric.
Long time ago.
That nigga
Yeah.
Mad Dog,
Yeah,
that nigga
yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, he was a vet, but he came back all fucked up, lost his foot and shit, and he became an alcoholic, man. Nigga was busting in doors at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was just through it.
Damn.
You know, because you go over to war and you lose your soul because you find out that you're not supposed to be over there. But they got a thing, when you go AWOL, they could put you to death. If you say you a deserter, they'll find you and put a bullet in the back of your head, man. That's how wicked this country is, bro.
Got that precept you called for?
Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Go up, bro, to where it says Damascus. I think that may be verses 5 or 6, maybe. Just start there.
God, this is verse 5. It says, I will break also the bar of Damascus.
Go up first.
God. This is verse 3. It says, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing instruments of iron. But I will send a fire into the house of Hazael, which shall devour the places of Benihad. I will break also the bar of Damascus, and cut off the inhabitant from the plain of Aven, and him that holdeth the scepter from the house of Eden, and the people of Syria shall go into captivity into Kir, saith Yahweh.
Yeah, that goes into the land, man. Okay, the house of Damascus, Gilead, you got Gaza, you got Ashdod, you got Ashkelon, you got Philistia. These were lands that was inhabited by our people, but now who inhabits that land? The heathens, man. Small hats, you got Hamites over there, you got Arabs, which Arab just means mixed, you know, Palestinians, you got all types of nations over there, man, that's not supposed to be there.
Right.
So the Most High is making an ethnic cleansing of that land, because the land of Israel belonged to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
Right.
That's our fucking land, man.
Believe it or not.
All right, you niggas are not from Africa, man.
Right. And you don't belong in Atlanta either.
The Mecca of the world.
Right.
Yeah, because Jake gets simple. See, they'll go dig up some fucking shit. Oh, we found the first skull of a black man in millions in Africa. No, you did, nigga. The fuck out of here. And everybody had pigment everybody had pigment. Just because you find a skull in Africa, that don't mean that's where civilization started from. Civilization started. Man, I've been in KC too long. Civilization started right here in the land of Israel, man.
Right.
Right. Eden.
It says, verse 6, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom.
Yeah, hey, didn't the Arabs sell us to Esau? You know what I'm saying? He's paid them funky ass Hamites and Arabs, and they traded with us, man. Not Ishmael, fucking Ham, they all had their partakers in Israel, man. Delivered the whole captivity up to this devil. And this is how they got us now.
Right.
And they still got Jake in slavery because hey, you go down there like on 85th and Blue Ridge, you got a place called Tasties, which is ran by Ishmaelites, man. Right in the middle of a Jake neighborhood. Ha-has. Palestinians run that shit, man. Got some good ass pizza, by the way. But how come they could come over here and set up businesses and you so-called blacks can't, man?
Shit, all these fucking 7-Elevens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, feeding your ass microwave burritos and shit. Jake be eating that, yeah.
And that show you
It's cooked chicken, brother. It's fresh out the thing, brother.
And that show you a so-called nation that can't even get recognized as a country on the world stage. They still come over here and they're above you, man.
Yeah.
You know, that should show you right there. They look at you as less than human, man.
Yeah, subhuman.
Yeah,
It says, but I will send fire on the wall of Gaza.
that shit is burning down.
Yeah. Going down.
Most High is putting the fire to that place, man.
They say in the military, make a hole.
And another thing too, brothers, there's a media block on like news outside of America. You ain't getting the real news, bro.
Oh, hell
they
no.
block that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Russia Today got turned down like some years ago, man.
Yeah, RT is done.
That shit
Gone.
through. You lucky. I mean, Al Jazeera is like a hit and miss. But anything outside of the shores of America, we're not getting 100% truth out there, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll give you some MSNBC convoluted bullshit, put a green screen in the back and have some buildings falling down, and that go your news, man. You ain't getting the real deal that's going on over there.
Right.
And you stupid motherfuckers in America don't even see that, man.
Right.
They almost got TikTok. You know, that's probably compromised now.
Yeah, hell yeah. TikTok ain't the same no more, bro. After that first shutdown, it felt different.
Yeah, because they like, look, we gonna control this shit or we gonna shut it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regulate.
Yeah, bro, I know it's some off shit because TikTok used to be pretty open. You can say what you want to say on TikTok.
Yeah,
At a point in time, bro, do you know that they try to suspend my channel for saying nigga in the comment?
Oh,
Yeah, the nigga said nigga in the video, but I typed nigga literally in the fucking comment and they hit me with a violation 2 seconds later. I'm like, nigga.
That algorithm is crazy on TikTok.
Yeah, they but you part of. They gotta censor you out. when shit going down.
Yeah. So, bro, I come in on Apostle Gabar's page, man, because he was talking about the AI, and I literally put a video, because remember, bro, we was at the campgrounds, you put us on that AI shit. I sent Apostle Gabar one of those videos, and I was just typed a brief little paragraph, it was respectful, no cussing, and they basically said it was cyberbullying. I'm
Bullying
Like-
the elevator.
Wow.
but people can say bitches, hoes, motherfuckers, and all this shit, and don't get shut down. But every platform I'm on, I'm limited to say certain shit.
They trade all your data. They know who you are, man. They like TikTok, YouTube, Google,
They know.
Facebook. They link all your shit up. You know. They know.
So if you ban on one, then you flagged on the other.
Right. But yet they'll do the fucking street interviews where they ask the bitches when they drunk at night all the slutty shit they do. Masters shall dwell in Ashdod, man. We know that being them small heads who are not the real Hebrews, man. They are imposters. You small heads, you steeds, you birds. All right, y'all are not the real people, man. Yahweh Bashim Shai is gonna execute vengeance upon y'all, man. And I'm gonna say it again. That's why 2 of y'all motherfuckers got put to death today in DC. We praying for more small heads to get up out of here, man.
That's right.
Tired of y'all fucking shiesty ass. That's where you get the word shiesty from. Shyster. That's speaking of a small head, because that's what they do. It's like,
And I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, saith Yahweh. Thus saith
You know what I found out too, bro? All these women, they do back page shit. All these women out here sell pussy, bro. A good 60% of these women sell pussy out here, man. You know?
It says, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgression of terrorists, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant.
Yeah, because Esau didn't remember the brotherly covenant. He said, hell nah, man, I ain't dealing with these niggas. Because he's still bitter from the birthright. So what you're seeing now in the world is basically Esau forging his birthright. He's like, well, look, if the Most High took it from me, I'm going to get it by force.
Right.
And I'm going to take his people with me.
right.
That's a bold dude, bro.
Yeah.
It takes a special demon to do that, knowing prophecy will come to pass. He's still just
He
like,
don't care.
fuck that.
Fuck
He's crashing out.
Crash out. That's like a kid when you take his toy away, he start throwing a fit. That's what Esau been doing for these past 100 years.
Right.
It says, but I will send fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the places thereof. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Yeah. You realize to this day, this nigga is still persecuting us, bro? Like, for what, bro? You got the whole earth, man. You won.
Yep.
You got space junk. You got shit under the ocean.
Yep.
You know, you got AI. This nigga is still after us, man. You know, like this, he has to go, man. Even when we get his ass in chain, he gonna be talking shit, coughing, like he's gonna have to beat his ass. Even the women gonna be talking shit. You know, that Lord, the Lord made a perfect villain with Esau, man.
Yep.
If you want to say this nigga, the Lord gonna have to kill you, man.
That's right.
It says, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra.
Yeah, and modern day Basra is America, man. So this place is gonna get hit. And don't be surprised when you start seeing like little shit going down, like little, cause hey, they just had a tornado that touched down. In Chicago. Wow. Bro, that city, that skyline, you couldn't even see the lake. Gloomy. But don't be surprised if pocket nukes or little bombs and shit start going off in these downtown areas, you know, with main events and concerts and stuff like that. Because, you know, they already speculate that they got people from different, like Iranian people, all the people that came across the border 2 years ago, why they ain't talking about them? Outside of the Venezuelans, what about them Iranian motherfuckers, man?
Yeah,
The
right.
Kemetic people.
What about them Chinese nationals and the motherfuckers from the Ukraine that came over here? Because I found out that an influx of Ukrainians came in from Manhattan, Kansas, because that's a military depot down there. And they flew a lot of them Ukrainians over here. So why ain't nobody saying nothing about that? But they want to focus on Jose and Gonzalez and all that other shit. But it's you fucking people that's the problem, man.
Right.
You the one that got this goddamn land by bloodshed, man. You want to tell somebody to get the hell out.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
you,
right.
man.
Yeah.
You know, low key, them Iranians, some of them kind of look like Issachar.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were trying to conflate that shit.
But a lot of them stay right down here, bro. They work in the government buildings. Esau plant these people strategically in these positions of power, man. He know what the hell is going on, man.
That's another angle right there for a false flag.
Yeah.
We got a Iranian invasion. You know, we got to do something. We got to lock the cities down. We got to do this. We got to do that. You know, if you ain't got a real ID, you know, get one. You know, sign up.
Get it now, man.
They'll do that shit. They'll scare the shit out you, man. 2001 they did it. You know, in 2020 they did it. They just got niggas on the news constantly, fear monger, fear monger, fear monger.
Propaganda.
If you're simple-minded, and you don't have the eyes to see, then you're gonna get caught up in this shit, man. That's why the Apostle Paul said, "You are the children of the light, man." These people literally they can't see it.
Propaganda, bro.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more, about 3 more verses. It says, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have ripped up the women with the child of Gilead, that they might enlarge their border. But I will kindle a fire in the wall of Rabbah, and it shall devour the places thereof, with shouting in the day of battle, with the tempest and the day of the whirlwind, and their king shall go into captivity, he and his princes together, saith Yahweh.
Yeah, because the Most High gonna put you Edomites in captivity, man. Your kings, your princes, all y'all going to slavery, man.
That's right.
Got to. There's no other way, because Esau has to be stopped, man.
Yes.
It's to the point he's weaponized life. Life is weaponized against you, bro. Sex. Ain't no way in hell that 50% of new AIDS cases are by black women, man.
Right.
Even though the black woman is a nasty whore. But at the same time, man, Esau sprinkles some sauce on that shit, man. Yeah. Because, I mean, laying down and having sex is probably one of the best things you could do in a world as fucked up as this. But now you gotta watch where you stick your eye, man.
Right.
Hell, you just wake up and all of a sudden now you got the claps, man.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of this shit be made in a lab too.
Yeah, yeah.
So you put that sauce on it. That's what goes around here, man.
Yeah.
Right.
That shit ain't nothing.
Right. And Esau know niggas like the fuck.
Yeah.
Let's be real. We gonna be wrong. Esau know what you niggas like.
You know, Jake
yeah.
still outpopulating Esau, man. All this shit flying around. Nigga don't give a fuck.
Hot box on a graham cracker, my nigga. Hot box on a graham cracker, man.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 20. It says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be perished because they're the problem. That 1%, ain't no way in hell 1% of the population own more wealth than the 99%.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. Like this nigga is like here, you know, say for instance, right? Like, you know how kids you be stingy. So let's just say you got a mom or you got somebody begging for some shit. This nigga got like 20 bags of chips in his hand and he's doing this for me. Like, damn, man, let me get a chip, bro. This nigga doing this and shit. Like, nigga, you got 20 bags if you give me one.
Yeah. That's a scarcity mindset.
That's green, man. And that shows you that he's not supposed to be in power because any ruler is supposed to take care of his people, man.
Right.
The average Edomite is down bad, bro. These ain't nothing but fucking nigga women walking around here. What's on here? Through.
That's it. Tame them though.
Yeah, you can see that Keisha nigga woman, that's really a creation of Esau. You know, now that spirit that mutated you got on the Edomite bitches now.
Yeah, they made a nigga out of dirty water, bro. This nigga spun up from the fucking lake, man. That's why it's so goddamn black, man.
Like swamp thing.
Yeah.
Swamp.
Yeah, bro. That was it.
I got one.
ahead,
This is Psalms. Well, yeah, they all this. Psalms 137:7. It says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, Raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee, even as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth our little ones against the stones. And I grabbed that because, the brother Uriah made a point earlier. Why the hell is this devil still oppressing us, man? Now we know it's obviously due to prophecy and whatnot, but you have everything.
Right.
You have everything that you could fucking want. You've gotten the fatness of the earth. You got all the military bases set up everywhere.
Yeah.
You literally do everything your fucking heart desired, but yeah, you want to keep your foot on Jake's neck, man.
Right. That precept proves it really don't matter if he's got money or not. Because he was just happy that we were at our lowest at that point, man.
Yeah.
We were getting our temple sacked, it was getting raised. He was just happy to see us in pain and agony and misery. That's what he got off on, man.
Get off on that.
We nigga over there beating off to the fact that we getting fucked up, man.
Same shit with when we was led out of ancient Egypt. This devil was coming in and attacking us from behind, man.
Right. That's what that's going into. Because like what's the guy that fell out from Columbus, the old elder there? He was getting in his emotions about the Lord that is happy that he dashed the little ones against the stones. Well, they did that to us, man.
Right.
When you read up on that, read that again. When you read up on that verse, it clearly tells you that's what they did to us, man. So the Lord is about recompense, man.
That's right.
So like Psalms 137, I'm gonna start from the 7 again. It says, "Remember Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth our little ones against the stones."
They used to give us alligator bait too, man. So you can imagine, they used to also, how they take them shotguns, they put them disc in the air, and they shoot them. They did that to our children too. They were doing that all the way back in the time where Cristobal Colon came. He was doing that shit, man.
Throw the baby in and shoot it. Huh?
Shoot it, yeah.
That's demonic, man.
They had dog raids too. They would have a whole pack of dogs go and hunt our children and rip them apart, man.
Yep. In that book, Destruction of the Western Indies, it gives the account how they would slay pregnant women and stomp on a fetus, man. So when the scriptures say those things gonna happen to them, it ain't out of nowhere.
Right.
You started it.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord got to put his anger on us, because there's a lot of stuff we don't know about this devil.
Exactly.
See, we're just scratching the surface of the shit he did.
That's right.
This man got graves literally from here to Canada, bro.
Right.
Like, I guarantee if you dig up these sites, you'll find all types of Native Americans and Negroes and Hispanics under here, man. Because this man tried to make an ethnic cleansing of us. Matter of fact, I got a little sub-caption. It says, Edom is the rugged desert area that extends for about 400 or about 100 miles from Wadi Ziri to the Gulf of Aqaba. It says, here the descendants of Esau settled, but in the Middle Bronze Age, the King's Highway passed through this region. But however, archaeological excavations seem to indicate that the area was occupied by various Bedouin tribes ruled by chieftains, the dukes, which were Edomites, until the 14th century. And after that, the Edomites remained a constant threat to the Israelites until David conquered them. But in the time of the divine monarchy, Edom regained its independence, and its constant hostility towards the Most High's people was frequently denounced by Israel's prophets, man.
Right.
So the prophets spoke on this shit that this nigga's doing us, and we're speaking on it now, man.
Yeah.
We're accusing you, bro.
Even in the New Testament, the
Yeah.
mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yeah, this man is guilty, man. We on a witness stand, we'll point this nigga out, and he's still lying.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you lying under oath, bro.
Just a hating ass spirit,
Motherfucker,
man.
you
This
be
nigga just
guilty.
hating, man.
Yeah, because I be watching them fucking, like them body cam videos where they be catching people doing crime.
Yeah.
A nigga will get caught on camera for stealing and still say, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of you fucking Edomites,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You've been caught. You've been identified as them people and still trying to say, oh, that ain't me.
It wasn't me. It's just hating, man. Everywhere we went, this nigga was hating. This nigga popped up in the Persian captivity as Haman, hating. Looking at Mordecai, hating.
Alexander.
Alexander.
Somebody
hating.
get a where it says the wicked should not be at all acquitted. I think maybe in
And that's the spirit too, to elaborate on the brother's point. He said there's a lot of graves going on from here all the way across the land. There's graves everywhere. I just seen this clip from this dude that was a Satanist, and he said he was really deep into the shit. I guess he's no longer a part of it. But he said one of the places he went, one of the temples that was erected, underneath it, buried was people that have been sacrificed. Men, women, and children. And so when you look at some of these prominent government buildings, best believe they are built on top of graves where they done demonically sacrificed our people.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Mass graves. You know, this is why some schools they finding, you know, all these Gadite skeletons and shit buried underneath there. That's done on purpose. That wasn't done by accident. They just accidentally built a house on top of it. No, man. They specifically do that so they gain more satanic, you know, worship behind them.
Sacrifice, bro. You know, a blood sacrifice, man. They harbor power from that shit.
You know, and that's the beauty of why the Lord got to put His vengeance in us. Because here Esau, and that's one thing I can't fucking stand. You know, here this devil is walking around with all this hatred in his heart. But don't you know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is righteous indignation against you, man? And that when he puts that in us, we ain't gonna be doing that. Can't say the word, but we ain't gonna be doing that buck breaking shit that you be on, man.
Sugar boy stuff.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be on that, man. We gonna enact righteous vengeance on your ass, man.
It ain't gonna be no freak offs in the kingdom.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna literally take you and I'm gonna use your ass as a surfboard and I'm gonna slide on top of your fucking head, man.
Right?
Literally, bro. Like sometimes brothers like y'all just get in the spirit, y'all just get to meditate and tell them what y'all gonna do to people, man. And you kind of start acting it out from the privacy of your own, not acting out, but you know you be in it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this motherfucker, man. Like sometimes I be in the middle of my prayer and then I'll just be thinking of some shit that a motherfucker done did in my mind, bro. And I'm like, yeah, we gonna fuck you up, man.
That's right.
It's like I can't wait, man.
I be having to chill sometimes, man, because it just be having like aggression in my spirit that be want to
Get out,
you know, lay one of these motherfuckers out, man. It take the Lord and long suffering patience to really keep us cool, man. But we ain't always this cool, you know. We be wanting to get down, man.
Patience.
Our time is coming, man. Lord gonna unlock us.
That's right. This is Nahum 1 and 3. It says Nahum 1 and verse 2. It says the Most High is jealous and Yahweh revengeth. Yahweh revengeth and is furious. Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries and reserve wrath for his enemies.
That's right. So the one you call God, he's still upset about slavery, man.
Yeah.
He's still upset about what you so-called white people did to his people, man.
Yeah.
They try to act like nothing happened.
Right.
Everybody's here trying to have a nice walk in the park, but nobody want to talk about the atrocities.
Yeah.
Nobody want to talk about how Kansas City was established on bloodshed, man.
Right.
You believe it or not, this fucking river right here used to be a slave port, man.
It
Who
did.
want to talk about that?
Yep.
All built up on blood, man.
Yep. They'll hop off the boats with the slaves and shit, man. They'll take them down to Westport.
Right.
They'll sell them.
Right.
You got the Chamber of Commerce downtown, man. This land is totally fucking defiled, man.
Damn, bro, this nigga, he went all across
Yeah,
America.
yeah, bro. He literally, yeah, bro. He has a lot of blood on his hands, man. That's why when the Most High get this fucking devil, ain't gonna be nothing nobody can do to get him out of trouble, man. No, that's why his women come to us, man. These fucking women don't like these clowns, man. They like us, see? Edomite woman should come by, smile at you and shit. She'll come touch your hand. You know?
Right, flirty and like it's just like
women just a bad witch.
Yeah, that's all they is, man. You know?
They about to turn on you. They really already have.
Yeah.
So they gonna turn on you.
But you got Jacob.
Verse 3. It says Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Yeah, so it takes a while, but Esau, you motherfuckers are not getting away with this shit, man.
That's right.
When the Lord finally shows up, it says great in power, man. The emphasis on the word great, man.
Sure.
When the Lord starts unleashing the plague and these angels start cutting loose, these people are you're gonna panic, man.
Any day now, man.
Any day, man.
Any day now.
So
Something gotta happen, bro.
we're part of the remedy to that plague. Scriptures
right.
say, "Thou art my battle axe."
Yeah.
We
You know?
we the cleanup crew, brother.
That's right. With pleasure. You know? Back in the day, them old Jakes work on the sitcoms. Be a happy ass janitor, cleaning up the shit. You're like, what the fuck are you so smart? That's gonna be me in the kingdom.
My few
Give me a
niggas,
broom in the kingdom. I'm good. I'll be the cleanup man.
Appreciate it. This is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 17. It says, for when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest.
Read that again, bro.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 17. It says, for when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. And among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. All right, and when you go into Wisdom of Solomon 5, what do scriptures tell you, man? The righteous man shall stand in great boldness in the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right.
So none of these people walking around believe that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is omnipotent, man.
Right.
That means he's all powerful.
Yeah.
These fucking people don't believe that. So what does scripture say? When they don't believe, he has to show their ass, man.
Right.
Right.
That goes into all these plagues and the pestilence and everything he's about to unleash on this place.
Yeah, hey, bro, the scriptures say that the feeble among them should be as David.
Right.
So it's going to come a time that the Most High is going to have to activate his men. He did it in the ancient world. Hey, he did it at the time of Acts, man. When he say, tarry ye here till the Holy Spirit come upon you, those men receive power, man. Cast out demons. Hey, you think we ain't going to get that in the most wickedest time in history? Yeah. Lord's going to have to do something with us, man, because I always say, like, I refuse to believe that we ain't going to get no power up. We're just going to be out here just running for our lives and just scared as hell in the corner somewhere, worried about getting beat up. Nah, that ain't how this shit gonna go down, man. You know, we gotta have faith in that power. It's coming. Just believe it, man. Because the Lord ain't got us getting ready for nothing. You know, brothers are into the, working out, brothers into, martial art. Brothers are just into different things, man. Brothers' minds are moving, returning this will, man. Just rotor. Because the Lord's getting ready to do something big through his men. I don't know what, but something's getting ready to happen, man.
That's right.
You know, it starts with the mind. The scriptures say, "Put off the mortal flesh." That's where it starts.
Yeah.
Let go of the mortal thoughts and put off the weak nature.
Yeah.
That's where it starts, man. The Lord cannot deal with a frightened man and just giving over into fear. You know,
Yeah.
the scriptures say, "I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind." That's the fertile ground the Lord's gonna work with to do whatever you got to do, man. Whether it be to yoke up an Edomite, or do whatever you got to do to get out that situation.
This is book of Nahum, chapter 1.
Leviticus 25 or 7, bro. Somebody.
This is book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 3. Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
We just read that, didn't we?
Yeah.
It came out again.
Yep.
Spirit not gonna quit the wicked, man. He ain't getting off, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got Diddy on that trial? The Most High got you. No Diddy, nigga. Cause you behind Diddy. Diddy ain't doing that shit. Cause Diddy is being backed up by Professor Finkelstein, whatever the fuck the small hat name is he's behind. Diddy ain't doing that shit on his own accord, man. You gotta have Amalek behind him.
I don't believe they gonna let that nigga testify.
Hell nah.
Like, you just sit here and let everybody else.
It's gonna be another Jeff Epstein.
Right.
Somebody give me the Book of Wisdom of Solomon 5, start at 1. We're gonna jump all the way down. 1, we're gonna read 1 through 5 through 6, and then jump down to 17. You got what?
25. This the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 7, NLT. It say, don't store away the crops that grow on their own, or gather the grapes from your unpruned vines.
Nah, that's not the one I'm looking for. It's when it said you should chase. Yeah. I thought that was is it 26 or 25? I thought it was 25 or 7.
Leviticus, y'all got
26 and 36.
It's 26 and 7.
Leviticus chapter 26, in verse 7, it says, and ye shall chase your enemies.
Go up 2 verses.
Leviticus 26, in 5, it says, and your threshing.
Start at 3.
Leviticus 26 and 3, it says, if ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season. And the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit.
Hey, that goes into the time we're in now. That's relevant. It speaks about that in Job the 5th chapter, man. We do the work right now. The Lord, the stones of the field are going to be in league with us. It says in due time. In due time, we're going to get what? Go ahead, man.
verse 4 says, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land.
Yeah, that's when, we had to take the land for them heathens, man. The Most High basically clear a path for us. But we're coming to a time now where it's going to say Jacob should be arrested, and nobody should make him afraid, man. Meaning that we ain't going to have to wake up in the morning, check the mailbox, and get a summons. Oh, you got to be in court because you're being sued by a credit card company 10 years ago.
Tax receipt.
Yeah, bro, Jake be kind of hesitant going in that mailbox because you just know it's going to be some bullshit.
I fucked up and checked my mail. Jackson County on my ass.
Yeah, they own it. Property tax. Yeah. Like, some people just don't check the mailbox because it's be some bullshit in there. There's bills, credit card shit. You know what I'm saying? God forbid you got a fucking kid by one of these hyenas out here. You know?
It says, verse 7, and ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. It says, and 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword.
That's right. We gonna do it hands-on too, man.
That's right.
So-called white man is a pussy, man. This nigga will get on a fucking computer screen and control a drone and blow away fucking 200 kids in the school, man.
Right.
See, hey, with us, we like getting up close and personal, man. We like getting hands-on with you fucking people. And the Lord's gonna give us the power to do those things. But as he read in verse 3, you gotta be obedient to the laws and statutes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua first, man.
That's right. We're gonna have that spirit on us because there's gonna be chaos out here, man.
Oh, yeah.
But when that spirit, because we doing the right thing now, that day comes, none shall make thee afraid, man. None shall make thee afraid. That's in Psalm 140. 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand, yet no evil shall touch you, man. We're gonna be right in the thick of it, and ain't got nothing. We ain't gonna be worried about nothing with it. You know, with it. That the Lord gonna have that spirit on us, man. That's our gift for being for doing the right thing, man. That's our reward, man, for doing the work, man.
Yep. And the Lord gonna give us a green light too to do what we gotta do in that day, man.
Right.
So you come up acting stupid in that day, look, ain't no authorities. So, hey,
The scriptures say, hey, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Lord is gonna lift up that standard against them. And we know that word standard goes into the Hebrew nawas, which pretty much being able to put to flight, take flight, really whatever you need to do in that moment, the Most High will give you the power to be able to do that. You got to disappear and get up out of there, he'll make it happen. If you got all these troops lined up and he give you that power to run through their ass, that's what he's going to allow you to do, man. It's really just to get out of that, whatever that situation is.
Yep. Sometimes you have the angel blind somebody, or sometimes you just get the spiritual power, like Samson, just, strong on somebody,
Yeah, because in Sodom and Gomorrah, shit, when them demons were trying to rush on light in the house, what the angel do? Blinded it, smote their ass with blindness, man. Push their ass back, like, get your ass back, man. Try to grab up a man of the Lord. So y'all got pure faith that the Lord gonna do some things with his men, man. You just gotta be here to witness it and watch the Lord. The Lord is like, look, stand back and let me handle this. But you gotta believe in that. Because, in this society, man, you've been so convoluted with deception and trying to take things into your own hands to the point the Lord like, look, if you're gonna try to save yourself, then go ahead, man. You just gotta know and believe in this thing and ask the Lord to put a spirit on you to believe that. Just let him do it. The Lord said, look, believe in the Lord. The Lord said, be still, man, and wait on the Lord, man. That's right. Wait.
Because it's like, too, man, it's like, you gotta think it's been a whole build-up process of the Lord just increasing our faith, man. Like, we speak about these things week in, week out, man. Year after year since the apostles, been coming out for decades. Like, it ain't no way you can't believe that these things are about to happen, man. Right. Scriptures say all the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. We read the scriptures about spiritual power. We read the scriptures about the plagues in this place. We read the scriptures about America being destroyed, man. Do you believe it or not?
Right.
These things are going to happen, man.
And the Lord knows what we want, man. The Lord knows the vengeance that's in our heart today, and we're being patient with it. And he's going to give us that, man. I'm thinking about the account in Maccabees where the angels The angels didn't directly slay them, but they came in with the assist. You know, they came flying on each side of the Maccabees.
They covered them up.
Yeah, he blinded them with the lightning, and they smote them. You know, just like that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 assist. You know, a nigga jump from off behind the screen, assist, and you finish him off. You know, so the Lord got all kinds of ways of delivering us, man.
Yeah,
You know,
Hey, and the angels getting busy too, man.
They are.
You know, this brother did a video this week. You know, a lot of sightings. In your backyard.
They flying over here like shit. Yeah, they man. Like I went outside last week. As soon as I went to the whip, there was like 2 of them that flew over the crib. Sometimes you can just see them. They just be posted, man. You know. Right. You read that wisdom? Go ahead, print it out.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Yeah, it says the righteous man that stand in great boldness, man, in front of such that afflicted him, man. That's before you heathens, first and foremost, you Edomites, because Jake gets no credit for building this fucking place up. You know, they talking about reparations, this and that. Look, I mean, that's the least you can do, but we know that won't happen. But Jake built this place up with his blood, sweat, and tears, man. But yet you still got to pay for insurance when insurance was funded off your free slave labor. Make that make sense. At least get a nigga free rent, a free car or some shit, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay an income tax for as long as he live. I mean, something like that.
right?
You know what I'm saying? But
Still tax
yeah,
liability.
you made no fucking account of our labors, man. You know? And don't say, well, you're working now. The reason why you hire Jake based on your affirmative action bullshit is because you get tax credit. You get tax cuts. They hire a nigga because a minority that incentivize the business. Woman get hired because she's considered a woman, which is a minority, and she's a black woman. They get double the incentive. You know, so that's why a lot of you black hoes get the jobs you get, because they basically make money off your goofy ass, man.
He don't want you to question why you have to work. You get so excited about getting a job or a promotion. Why do you even have to do
Why do you have to do this shit?
It's his fault. This nigga's making you feel better about some paycheck. Man, your ass should own land. You should have women, you know,
Yeah, servants.
cattle, you know, servants.
Right.
You talking about you got a job, don't you? You know.
Right.
Look at what I did for you, man. And it's nothing but perpetual debt, man.
Yeah.
This thing is a goddamn snare, man.
Because we always say you can buy a nigga cheap, man.
Yeah.
But guess what? We ain't niggas, man. So
Right.
You can't buy us cheap. We ain't just gonna be satisfied with a check every 2 weeks, man. We ain't gonna be satisfied with just one piece of white pussy, man.
Right.
We want a harem, brother. Look that up. You don't know what that is. It ain't just about the women, but it's about the rulership, man.
That's right.
We kings and rulers, man.
Right.
You don't feel like shit clocking into your job, man? You don't feel like shit when your manager pull you into his office and say some bullshit to you?
Yeah.
I'd be like, nigga, I'm over you. What the fuck you talking to me for?
I feel some type of way because I got a fucking woman that's my supervisor.
Right. Yeah, come on. Hey, read that again.
It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right, because we in boldness because we know that we right, man.
Right.
That slavery do gotta be paid back, man.
Right.
You Edomites' blood do gotta be shed, man. Yahweh Shah is gonna come back, man. That's boldness in our spirit. We not afraid to proclaim that. But hey, IUIC is, oh, we can't prophesy against Esau, brother.
Yeah, shut your fuck asses up, man.
It's like, wow, man.
We in his society, we can't prophesy against him.
Why in
Why?
the fuck is it supposed to go so wait a minute? When we walked around the walls of Jericho and it fell, wasn't heathens around us?
Right.
Didn't we chant that shit down?
Yeah.
See, and that's the problem. That's why a lot of you Israelites are gonna die, man. All right.
Right.
And we gonna say it straightforward like this: hey, when the Most High judge you IUIC cats, hey, don't come around us, man.
Right.
We don't want nothing to do with any of you purple niggas, man.
Right.
You in the IUIC, stay the fuck over there.
Right.
Don't come around us, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep them women far away too, man.
That's right.
You know.
He would have hated John the Baptist.
Yeah.
He ain't have no flashy garments on.
Yeah.
And he cursed out Herod, man.
Yeah. Here you getting cursed out, bro. You get, man. I don't even take you dudes serious, man. You niggas are not doing the work of the Heavenly Father, man. You don't even use the name of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Most High and Christ blessed. What the fuck is that?
Y'all fucking agents, man.
Yeah, they agents.
Ain't no fucking way y'all not agents.
Yeah, they're obsessed with being accepted by the public eye in the world, man.
Yeah.
Because that's what you are. You're not of us at all.
Bunch of fucking demons is what you are.
It's a big ass fucking purple fraternity.
That's all it is.
says,
Bunch of hoe ass niggas is leaders. Go ahead.
it says, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right, that's why these white boys get quiet when they walk around us, man.
Yeah.
They shall be troubled with terrible fear. Hey, because they don't want to say the wrong thing around us. Not saying it's going to get carnal, but hey, we going to break your ass down with these scriptures, man. You might as well just keep on walking.
You know what? They all getting in shape too because the scriptures say they should be like the Chase Row. They gonna be running, that's why, they coming, we gonna really be running, go and get your little Pilates in, baby.
Ain't gonna help.
Yeah, boy, feel like a lion waiting and pounce on your ass, man.
Yes.
know
These
what?
niggas don't know they getting ready for World War III too.
Yeah.
You about to run all right.
Yeah.
Russia.
And they're training for you niggas, man.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what they training for. Them white people, they training to get you niggas, man. While you niggas are sitting there mollied out,
Yeah.
listening to fucking Lil Uzi and listening to some fucking Lil Pump and all them wicked ass rappers you like to watch that drill shit. And they getting ready for you lean drinking niggas, man.
Talking about free dirt.
Yeah.
Right. You niggas gotta go first.
Yeah.
Before Esau, you niggas gotta go first.
Bro, a nigga can't
right.
bro, I guarantee you a nigga can't jog from here to that fucking crane right there. I guarantee you, bro. Jake be gassed out, man. Damn, brothers, slow down. What you mean slow down, man? Shit, we gonna have to be getting it on boots on the ground in a minute.
That's right.
Bro, when the siege come, all that shit gonna be backed up with vehicles. Bro, you got checkpoints there, and if it get too crazy, they gonna blow that bridge. They showed you on the movie Leave the World Behind. In every apocalyptic movie like The Last of Us, what happens is when they shut things down, you got jam-packed traffic because everybody is dumb enough to try to get out the city at one time. You ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah. People don't think in time of panic.
Yeah.
You know, panic in itself is a plague.
Yeah, and you don't have time to prepare mentally for it, man.
Yep.
Like when you in the heat of the battle and shit pop up, you don't have time to get a sound thought in, man.
Right.
Your mind is troubled.
Yeah. The scriptures say that. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart.
Yeah.
Plague of the mind, really.
Yeah.
You know? That's gonna get a lot of you people fucked up. You know, all these people running, that ain't gonna help you, man. You can run all you want. You can't outrun a famine. You know? You can't outrun some of these wild beasts. That's gonna get busy. They gonna come out, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know?
it's a spirit you said that because I just came across a clip. They found fucking wild rhinos in Arizona.
Oh wow,
Because
really?
I guess some cartel leaders would be getting them exotic pets.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
wow,
got them and they
bro.
done got out. That shit got
Yeah.
raided. So you
Rhino.
got fucking rhinos in Arizona. If they got rhinos out there, imagine what else they got, man. There's probably lions out there and all types of shit, man. That we
Bring
don't
it,
know
man.
about. So all that shit gonna get unleashed, man.
Turn this shit
Fucking,
to Jumanji, man.
bro, fucking, rhinos, bro, and fucking boars and shit. Rhinos, bro, rhino, you don't want to fuck with no
People
rhino,
stop
man.
right. Fuck with
Nah,
that,
Rhino
bro.
kills a lot of people every
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
You know? They just charge it.
They charge you and pop your
They
ass
can't
up.
see. They blind, so they just charge at any fucking thing. They get too
Step on
close.
your leg, your shit crushed. Your shit open. They just step on you.
That's another thing you gotta worry about too, man, is when all chaos breaks out, they try to get order out of that chaos. So you're gonna have so many checkpoints and shit, man, set up. You know?
They gonna release some of these
Roadblocks.
gorillas. Hey, the gorillas gonna get loose too out here. Gorillas gonna be walking in the city and shit. They gonna be running up to bitches, jumping on them,
Oh God.
swinging on trees. That shit gonna be wild, bro.
Gorilla put the fear in you, boy. That motherfucker there, that's some shit.
Motherfucker drag your ass, bro. Motherfucker gorilla drag you and throw your ass.
The animals gonna have a field day, man, because these people, they only really know the major highways. They don't really know back roads. They just go to work,
Y'all
back
learning
and forth.
back roads.
You know what I'm saying? You know? That's why you gonna need the Lord to be defended in that day. Who's to say where you gonna be when this shit all pops off?
You don't know where you gonna be.
Right.
You know?
Keep going on that wisdom.
It says, when
Get y'all
they
last
see it,
precepts.
they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. You know, we were talking about the chariots, man. The quote unquote UFOs. You've seen those. I just seen one that was going up northeast, man, the other day.
Yeah.
And it was big, man. So these sightings coming out. I seen another one on this kid at this comedy page. It's this old grumpy ass lady. And she was making a fucking video and they actually seen a real one during the whole skit, man. In the damn sky, man.
Playing,
Yes. And I was just meditating on this while you speaking on them chariots, man. I was just meditating on like the feeling we gonna have when we see them arrive. Not as far as like being on the ship with Yahweh Shai, but I'm talking about going
Right.
everything that we went through,
Yeah.
everything that we've been through, all the hell, all the suffering, going through that Jacob's trouble, and then you just look up and it's right there over you, man. How light are you gonna feel?
Like, boy, you gonna flex like what?
Be like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck you,
It's gonna be
nigga.
the biggest Shia LaBeouf
Hey,
right there.
hey, don't let your ass start getting lifted up.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Take levitating that bitch like
Fuck you, people. You know, I was just meditating like,
You'll be all right.
but that's why the scriptures say you got to keep the joy of salvation,
yeah.
Yeah.
because that feeling is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, we prophesying, but that feeling is real, and you can feel it
Right.
now.
Yeah.
You got to hold on to that, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially when shit get hard and you don't want to go to work, you don't want to go outside. You got to remember that, man.
Yeah. Lord promised that, man.
Yeah.
You know? I'm gonna be talking so much shit, boy.
You know it's gonna be a nigga bitch trying to grab on too.
Oh, yeah, he gonna
You getting
move,
lifted up,
bitch.
try to,
kick that bitch off.
yeah.
Shit like
She
I remember Denzel from
That hand gonna melt the fuck away.
y'all remember Denzel from Training
Let me
Day? How he
go
was talking shit at
too.
the end.
You know, Keisha, let me go too. I'm staying here,
That's
bitch.
right. And that goes for a lot of them heathen too, man.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys that just don't believe in the Most High at all. Y'all gonna faint, man.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna go from believing in no power at all to just seeing it all happen at once.
Yeah, it says every heart should melt and faint, man.
Yeah.
It says, verse 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
Yeah. That's what these people see as us as they running by here right now. They're like, oh, look at these niggas. You know? Like, what are they doing out here?
Right.
You know? Like, but in that day, like the brother said, man, in that day when them chariots arrived, I ain't trying to hear nothing.
Yes.
Nothing.
Say what you want. Say what you want.
All of that shit you was talking, man. You know?
It says, how is he numbered among the children of Yahweh and his lot among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
Right, because a lot of people not gonna understand, man. Because you know, hey, even with the destruction, that shit gonna be televised, man.
I ain't not know this.
So yeah, you know, I could you know speculate through the spirit. They gonna have footage of us getting beamed up. Them gooks halfway across the world, they ain't gonna understand.
Yeah.
Fucking Indians, you know, they ain't gonna understand.
Right.
But we understand, you know.
And that proves right there it's not Amalek. 'Cause everybody right now is under the impression this nigga is the chosen. Yeah. You know?
You know, the process of getting beamed up, like they're being televised, they're gonna say, well, where are these people going? Why are they in those ships?
Yeah.
They're not able to get to them. We can't get to these people. They're abducting people. You know, that's what they're gonna be saying.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Yahweh Shai gonna come out getting that vengeance.
Don't worry, we're gonna be back down to earth. Don't worry. We're gonna come back down to earth. Yeah. Believe that.
Back, nigga.
Believe that. Including a lot of you gonna have a lot of rebellious jakes overseas too. They ain't gonna want to get right. You know?
Yeah.
We're gonna clean all y'all up. Y'all hiding in the caves and
Yeah,
under the
Brazil.
sea.
Yeah, it's a lot of wicked.
I know I'm going to France. I'm gonna request that right there. Let me please station me in France. I'm gonna go clean that up for you real quick. I'm gonna swoop through that motherfucker.
Psalms 34. And I'm gonna start at verses 7. It says, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivered them. But oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good and blesses the man that trusted in him, man. So like the brother was saying earlier, you know, we're gonna have that rejoicing when the Lord comes back and that he's with us, because it's gonna be sealed, you know, in that day when the Lord comes back, who is doing the right thing or not, man. So when all hell break loose and like that chariot, like the brother said, if the ship pops up on you, man, and you good, shit, man. I remember I had a vision a couple years ago, man. I was in my bed and all of a sudden the spirit transferred me to the parking lot, and the spirit said, look up, and it was a ship, and it shined a green light upon me, man. And it was just like shining like a green light. It was just circling us, man. And I looked up, I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, call like, how about you have a shot, man? So we gonna have some help in that day, man. I really believe that. And it says here, oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there's no want to them that fear him. It says the young lions do lack and suffer hunger, But they that seek Yahweh should not want any good thing, man. So we gonna be good out here, man. You know, yeah, we gonna go through our little trials and tribulations and bullshit. But if you locked in the spirit, then that's all you need to be. Is locked in the spirit. Don't worry about how you gonna do this, how you gonna do that. Look, man, I've been walking blindly in faith since I got in the truth, man. I couldn't tell you, brothers, that I would have made it this far 5-6 years ago. I have no idea that how we made it, but we did.
the only way to
Kept
walk.
going, bro.
It's the only way to walk.
Yeah, you know,
What did the Lord say? He said, "Blessed are those that have not seen me and believe."
and believe.
Roughly
Yeah.
paraphrasing, because we, believe it or not, man, we had hard trials in the past, but this is the hardest time to believe, man.
Yeah.
You know, Esau make you think he got everything figured out, the galaxy 13 billion, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
Bro, they got
Like,
the
We
they
going
got
to Mars.
bro,
yeah.
They got the AI sex. They got the AI women, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas is opting in there, $100 an hour with an AI woman of your liking. The woman get mad now, like these guys are gonna come spend the money on you. Yeah.
And everything is designed in the scenario. Until you go online, it's a big ass algorithm telling you this. You gotta have spiritual discernment just to look up a goddamn historical fact, man. You know? So this is the hardest time to believe, man. We're gonna be greatly rewarded for that, man.
Yeah,
to know for a fact that we're those people.
It says
Right.
that they, but the little faith, they should be greatly rewarded,
Greatly
man.
rewarded.
Greatly
That's
rewarded.
Right.
And it reads here, and it says here, "Come ye children, and hearken unto me, and I will teach you the fear of Yahweh. But what man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? So keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile, and depart from evil, and do good, and seek peace, and pursue it, man." So, hey, keep doing good. Keep pursuing Yahweh by Shimmy Shai, man. You know, because like I mentioned, shit, I couldn't tell you 5-10 years ago we was going to make it this far. We just believed and hoped and told ourselves we got to keep going. And it's the same mindset, man. You know, shit. Hey, Elder said you got to operate in the unknown. Get ready to operate in the unknown. Brothers ain't know that Kansas City was going to bring this journey to them. Shit. We didn't call each other up and say, "Hey, brother, let's go down to Kansas City and start a camp." Hell nah.
Things just move.
It just happened. The Spirit brought it all together the way it was supposed to.
That's right, man.
You know? I was hoping it was, brothers. I was praying for fruit, man. I was like, man, I hope I ain't got to do this myself. And the Lord like, I got you,
Lord
man.
gonna reward you for that, brother. You know, the leaders, there's order to ranks and things too, man. Apostle Hart gonna get a great reward, man.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause look at all the labor he's put in, man.
Man.
Every brother get their penny, but there's brothers, man, that Lord put the Spirit on you to go out here and do it on your own and just fervently chant this place down, man. The Lord is gonna reward you greatly, man.
That's
right. You know, the lowest man in the kingdom, we can't even fathom what he gonna get, man.
Nah.
You know?
Yep.
Imagine the work that the apostles, the elders been putting in to chant this place down, and we stuck to the script. We forsaken filthy lucre, all right? Brothers done lost holes, we done lost jobs, you know?
Cars.
You know? Cars,
Hey.
check engine light always on,
Hey.
you know? Money,
Yeah.
you know? But this is the straight gate. Even besides the truth, the way we do it in Great Millstone, this is the straightest gate, man.
That's right.
We don't allow women around us. We don't allow a lot of bullshit around us.
No
we don't let
niggas.
anybody just walk up.
Right.
You know, this is gonna. There's gonna be a reward for that. I'm telling you that in my spirit right now. There's gonna be a reward for that, man.
That's right.
You know, the Lord is not just gonna let us, you know, get done bad, get done dirty out here, man. You know.
Matter of fact, let me bring precept out. Wisdom of Solomon 3, and I'm gonna start at verses 4. And it says here, "For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality." That's
right.
our hope, man.
Yeah.
Eternal life, because everything here failed. Like, bro, there's no life in this place, man.
Right.
We can't even get real food.
Yeah.
They spraying shit all in the air. Like, this ain't no goddamn life.
No, it's not.
Hell out of here. I'm working a fucking 9 to 5 to make another motherfucker rich. Yeah, who the fuck gets off on that?
Hell.
And Jake will fight you to the death to stay here for a 3-bedroom house with
Yeah.
fence.
Right.
Generational will, brother.
Right, right. I want a house, nigga. This is immortality, nigga.
That's right.
You know?
You'll never eat.
And it says here, and having been yet a little chastised, they should be greatly rewarded.
Greatly.
For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. So
Yeah.
the Most High is putting you through that test,
That's right,
man.
man.
Most
That's
High
right.
like, nah, I'm putting you through this, man.
Yeah.
Most High got your ass in a hyperbolic time train where boy losing it.
Right,
Boy,
yeah,
boy, you
yeah.
losing it in that bitch.
Even how Vegeta got,
Yeah, boy, hey.
Vegeta got covered this
Yeah,
go
bro.
through. Like, oh, hell,
Trump,
he got
hey,
time
Trump, Trunks almost gave up the faith, bro. When he went in that motherfucker, bro, he just said it. He damn near lost faith. He said, this is too much. Because it wasn't nothing but an abyss. Vegeta was in the midst of that shit. She like, nigga, you on your own.
He started walking off
Like, you my son or not, man?
Slapped his ass like, he said, I train alone.
Yeah, he walked off.
Yeah, he was in that, yeah.
He had that mindset, man. That was a real king right there. That's one of my favorite characters.
Vegeta, yeah. So, yeah, we in the spiritual hyperbolic time chamber, man. And we gonna come out leveled up, man.
That's right.
Just believe that. And you brothers are leveling up, man, even if you don't feel like it. And then you gotta want to level up. You gotta prioritize this truth first, man.
Right.
You can't be putting your worldly shit over the truth, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes first. Your life comes last. The truth is first, man. Then everything else will be added to you. Stop putting the Lord off to get y'all little bullshit done. Do the right thing for the Most High, man. Be at the camp. Do the lessons, man. You know, do what's required. And then let the Lord work in your favor. Because the scriptures say, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all this righteousness, and all things should be added unto you, man.
Right.
Jake be tiptoeing on a tightrope line. Look, man, you either gonna be in this thing or you not. You either gonna do it or you not. If you're not gonna do it, then there go the door. Stop wasting Yahweh Shem Yahweh's time, man. Yahweh Shai's time, because he don't need us, man. You know?
Yeah, because I remember this brother Taz had told me, and I'll never forget, you know, he had mentioned what you get out of the spirit is what you put in.
Yeah.
You know, you only gonna get out of the spirit what you put in, man. And I took that to heart because if you laying your tokens in a napkin, Yahweh Shai ain't gonna deal with your ass, man. He gonna spew you out.
Yeah.
You know, but if you actually put your best foot forward, then he's gonna grow you, man, and you know, pretty much.
Yeah,
Hey,
because the Lord called it a wicked servant. You know what I'm saying? The one that hid his talents in the napkins. He said, I'll come and collect mine with usury, man. Like, the fuck are you doing? Lord, he wants money back for what he's doing. Like, look, man, go out there and flip what I got you. You got the product, it's good enough, it's gonna flip heads, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Scriptures say the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
Yeah.
That you minister to the saints which do minister this day.
This day is right.
Because it ain't, you know, we always bring this example up with a nigga who worked at Burger King for 25 years and they gave that nigga a gift card.
Gift card.
The Most High ain't like that, man.
Yeah.
If the Most High see you laboring, he is going to increase you.
That's right.
right.
He cares about the spirit in you, man. It ain't about that you produce more, do this or that. How much it's what effort did you put in?
Yeah.
And you know what? What really matters is the things that happen off camera, man. It ain't just, you know, when you around brothers and when you in the videos. It's about the work you put in off camera. When you by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
When you put that work in your own personal time, then, you know, start to get on levels.
Lord, like, all right, I got you, bro. Because you know, like the brother said, man, it's Lord gonna level you up, man. He gonna deal with you. Hey, Yahweh Shai's the ultimate businessman. See, a businessman understands delegation. He understands how much business needs to make this grow. Lord looked down on Kansas City and say, you know what? This be a smaller sanctuary. I can bless them with this amount, and they're gonna do just fine with that. We didn't have to get the payload that Chicago got because it's a different spirit. You feel me? So look, Yahweh Shai knew exactly what he was doing. He said, look, I'm gonna leave y'all. Y'all go,
Handle that.
Y'all good. Y'all gonna be cool. I gave y'all sufficient, just enough, man.
Y'all be back.
Right. And that scripture, that put it in context too, and perspective. A little chassis for a great reward. So it's really light at the end of the
It's
day.
light, man. It's light.
You know,
Jake
it's
just be
your flesh, your mind.
Yeah,
you know, the
Jake just
sluggish demon. Like,
Jake just be on some whole ass shit.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
you gotta constantly rebuke this flesh, man. I always say your flesh is a whole ass nigga.
Yeah.
You pick up excuses for every goddamn thing.
Right.
You know, oh, I gotta do the gym and the lesson today.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yes, get your ass up, man.
Do it.
You want some box, brother?
Nigga, just do it.
Like, this shit light, man. You know,
Box
we get our
dog.
ass beat back in chattel slavery, nigga.
Kick square foot in
You
your
know?
asshole.
So it's about perspective, man. You know, and just meditate like the brother said. Meditate on that moment when you see them chariots, man. That right there should just put it all in perspective.
Yep.
And if that don't do it, meditate how the Lord might fuck you up.
Yeah.
That don't do it. You know, you got two sides. Get to this thing, man. You know,
Because that's always an option on the table, and the Lord will fuck you up, man.
right,
Lord will
yeah,
fuck
you
your
will
ass
get your
up.
ass bad.
Lord will fuck you up out here, man. With your ass hanging.
Right.
Yeah. Bring out the last one. We wrap it up.
Matthew chapter 5, start at verse 2, it says, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So there you go, man. So going through all this list of all the things that we go through, the Lord says, blessed are you. Our reward ultimately is better than anything you got right now. It says in verse 12, to make the point, it says, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So our reward, man, brother's going into reward. It's going to be way greater than anything you can fathom on this earth.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why the brother made a good point, you know, putting the Lord first. Those of you that's not going out to the highways and hedges, you're not laboring, you're thinking whether, I'll go and serve the Lord later.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. If you on my comment board and you ain't trying to do the work, get the fuck off my comment board.
Yeah.
All
At
that,
this point, you already know what it is.
yeah, all that cherry picking and shit, bro. Like, if you able-bodied to do the work, hey, you been around 6 months, do the work, man. Do the work, man. Like, a lot of you dudes, you're not gonna get salvation just, shalom, brother. Look, we don't care about that shit, man.
Honking the horn,
Yeah.
fist pump.
Yeah.
The Lord don't care about that.
Yeah, like you got one guy, man, you know, he posts a bunch of precepts, but he won't go out to the streets, man. I'm like, bro, you know every precept in the Bible, you scared to go and teach. Like, bro, stop playing with the Most High, man. Go out here and do the work, man. We trying to get the fuck out of here. You niggas want to sit back and chili by eating goddamn fucking hot flamers all goddamn day. You know?
Not to get over that spirit, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord ain't gonna be going up in the chariot. Like, yeah, remember I left the comments on the comment
Yeah, cause we
board?
find out who you are, we gonna curse you out, man. A lot of you dudes in Kansas City be playing games, man. You watch our videos and y'all be in the background learning secretly and y'all playing games, man. Y'all gonna have to come up here and get this word and get this understanding, man, and do the work, man. Cause hey, you're not, then don't, we gonna tell you, look, this ain't for you. And I'm saying it nice that way. And brothers up here know I'm not known for being frank with niggas that bullshit, man. I wouldn't tell you to fuck off that tree. Hey, ain't shit changed, man. Ain't nothing changed, man.
It's the straight game, man.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you got
Yeah.
Because it's a different standard.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got niggas out here watching and looking, but they just look. That's on y'all, man. Like I said, we ain't out here to save nobody. I'm here to save myself.
We ain't about numbers. We ain't about because somebody buy merchandise, you come in the camp. You gotta be vetted, man. And then, you know, the scriptures say you should know them by their fruit. We ain't just letting any grimy niggas in our camp. If you got a grimy feel to you, man, you're not getting in this fucking camp, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we ain't I could go buy a garment and come out here. Fuck all that. You gotta be vetted. This ain't no goddamn sign up to join and spend money and look at, no, man. You gotta be vetted with the spirit. And that's the reason why a lot of you dudes are in a predicament you in, because you don't vet no fucking body. You just let them come in the camp because they said, I've been watching y'all videos. Can I come join? Yeah, come up to the camp. You don't know if this nigga's a cop. This nigga could be a pedophile. He could be a goddamn shapeshifter, a bug out. But you let him in all because he bought your fucking merchandise.
Yeah.
You know, that's the shit IUIC do.
Yeah, they did the online university.
Yeah.
You passed the test all of a sudden.
Yeah, you get a B grade on the fucking test, on the Hebrew test. Now you're eligible to come in the camp. You can still be a nigga and pass the Hebrew test.
Spiritual test.
What's your
Yeah.
yearly income right here?
Right, yeah. Marital status, surname,
Fuck that.
social security number.
But that's good though, because that weed all the niggas away from us. Lord is good at putting people where they need to be.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we're no nigga tolerance up here, man.
Go ahead.
John 6:63. It say, it is a spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed and who should betray him. And he said, therefore I said unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. See, these are the niggas that got offended. Yahushua knew that they wasn't about shit. Then Yahushua said, Yahushua unto the 12, will ye also go away? This is the point. Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life.
See, they had the ability to take the bitter parts of it, man. See, the guy that can get cursed out, he wasn't right, and he can still, they're more precious fruit, you know? Everybody else, as soon as the Lord called them out, they walked off because they knew they wasn't right. But the men that were righteous, they were like, well, Lord, where we gonna go?
Right.
Yeah, you might rebuke me, but like, this is all I got. That's a righteous man of the Lord. At least that's an indicator.
Yeah, those men that are walked off, those are the dudes that have fell out the camp, dudes that got offended over brothers, dudes that found every excuse to leave once they put their hands to the plow. That was them niggas, man. But they say, John 6 and 68, then Simon Peter said unto him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. And we believe and are sure that thou art the anointed, the Son of the living God. So Peter had already rejected the world in his mind.
Right.
And Peter was a man that had women and kids.
Yeah.
He said, where the fuck am I gonna go? You was it. You the plug.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing we feel. We can't leave this thing, man.
Yeah, he wasn't going home to lay on his woman.
Yeah, he's like, all right, yeah, I'm about to go back to the box, brother.
Right.
See it. No, he's like, man, fuck all that. I'm staying here, man. And that's how we feel, you know? 8, 10 toes down, man.
Right, because you got a lot of men that fell out the truth for women. Women, bro. Pass that woman test shit. Hey, okay? That woman test is harder. I mean, it's a mindset. Like I said, it's a mindset. You gotta have enough hatred in this world to be able to turn shit down. Like, if you have enough hatred for this world, then ain't nothing gonna really bind you. Like, people could say, your family. Me personally, my family, I don't give a fuck. They ain't gonna move one way or another. I don't give a fuck. You can say what the fuck you want to say. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, look, I'm with it. Fuck the women, fuck the family, the kids, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? No offense to any of that, you know, because if it works, it works. But at the end of the day, this is what we talk about, man. Because, hey, like I said earlier, it's better y'all than us, man. Right. So with that, we're going to close out, give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashur, Kakadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord, will you edify to the next lesson? Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Ba ba ba.
Ba ba ba.
Shalom.